Shout out to all my homies.
Actually, no. Let's not give a little shout out
Just
to
because
our
you don't have any friends doesn't mean we can't
Red
support
Lobster, aka Gingerbread Boy.
She's part of the hater crew. Like,
Hater.
she's
Oh,
You hating on us because we trying to holler at the homie.
This is Brandon Barris from the Morning Buzz here on WHITradio.org.
It's the shirt. I didn't even tell you.
I like the hair. I like the hair.
Good morning, everybody. It is the Morning Buzz here on WHITradio.org here in Hudson County Schools of Technology. Here in the studio today, we have a special guest, and he goes by the name of Charlie Sheen. What's going on, Mr. P? I'm loving the shirt. And we also have Lizzett, Ailijah, and Kayleigh in the studio today. We have a bunch of stuff to go over today. Today in history, today's birthdays. Lizette's going to talk about prom, some random facts, and we're going to round off the show with Kayleigh with weather. But first, let's start with some headline news. First, countries in Northeast Asia remain on edge Wednesday. Aimed warnings from U.S. and South Korean officials that North Korea could carry out a missile test at any point. Japan has destroyed missile defense systems around Tokyo. Some Chinese tour groups have canceled visits to North Korea, and U.S. radars and satellites are trained on an area of the Korean East Coast where Kim Jong-un's regime is believed to have prepared mobile ballistic missiles for a possible test launch. And that could be pretty scary for America.
You said Kim Jong-un.
Whatever his name is, right? It's his fault for having that difficult of a name, all right?
No.
So you know what?
It is.
I said it like a million times.
No.
All right. Anyway, whatever. That's not the point.
Whatever.
That could be pretty scary for the United States to know that they are possible of releasing a missile into our little country that we have here and can kill us all, which is very, very scary. So I'm a little scared right now. All right, so we're gonna go to Kayleigh with why a 6-year-old has died after being shot by a 4-year-old.
Well, a 6-year-old New Jersey boy has died after being shot in the head by a 4-year-old playmate as their parents stood in the yard nearby, according to a local chief. The family described the slain child as the cutest little boy. Brandon Holt was pronounced dead at 5 p.m. yesterday at Jersey Shore University Medical Center in Neptune, according to Toms River Police Chief Michael Mastronedy. It was the second incident in the United States in recent days involving young children, accidentally shooting each other. Brandon was playing in and around the 4-year-old Toms River home Monday evening when the younger child left that yard and went inside, according to police. He then emerged with a .22 caliber rifle and fired a single shot. The 6-year-old was shot in the head with both children's parents nearby in a yard. It's pretty shocking. It makes me wonder how 4-year-olds can get guns.
Well, first
and
of all,
this is like a second incident within like a week. And
Right.
the other one happened in Tennessee.
Yeah, the
It's
fact,
so
the
sad
fact
that it
that
was
a
In front of parents.
Yeah, the fact that a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old even know what a gun is pretty scary. So
The fact that I think it's worse that the gun may just be lying around for the child to pick up. Like in the Tennessee incident, a family member was showing guns to someone, and a child just picked it up off of the bed and shot another child in the room.
it's crazy. I mean, 4-year-olds and 6-year-olds should be nowhere near guns or any type of weapon because crazy stuff can happen. And we just heard what happened out in Toms River. So it's just crazy that this is even possible of happening. But another news story that we have here is going to be brought to you by Ailijah, and it's going to be on why a couple has been jailed for abducting some children.
What?
A couple jailed after allegedly abducting their children fleeing to Cuba. An American couple who allegedly kidnapped their 2 sons and sailed to Havana last week sat in the Florida jail Wednesday after Cuba hastily handed them over to the U.S. officials. Cuban authorities turned over the family of 4 to the U.S. State Department and the FBI after CNN found them in Havana on Tuesday. They arrived in Florida early Wednesday, where the 2 boys, ages 2 and 4, will get a medical exam, according to the Hillsborough County Sheriff David G. I looked at the story yesterday, and they were kidnapped from their grandparents' house. So yeah, it was, I don't know. They've been handed back already, and the two parents are being jailed.
Charged.
Whatever.
I'm Cuban.
That's nice.
Everybody goes to Cuba to hide. That's where Tupac at.
Yep, that's true too.
Alright, so Tupac is obviously still alive in Cuba.
Tupac back.
Moving on, we're gonna go to Kayleigh with Today in History.
Well, today in 1970, the legendary rock band The Beatles was announced to be broken up. They spent the better part of 3 years breaking up in the late 1960s, and even longer than hashing out with who did what and why. And then in the spring of 1970, there was little more than just a tangled set of business relationships keeping the group together. Each of the Beatles was pursuing his own musical interests outside of the band, and there were no plans to place a record together as a group. But as far as the public knew, this was just a temporary state of affairs. That all changed on today in 1970 when an ambiguous Paul McCartney self-interview was seized upon by the international media as an official announcement of a Beatles breakup.
John Lennon got killed by his wife, right?
No, he and his
What?
wife were walking on New York and someone shot him.
Oh.
You are
They
shocked.
say that
Oh my God.
they say that his wife was part of the reason why the Beatles broke up, though.
Oh, okay.
But it's not the reason that he died.
Yeah, it's not that reason.
I heard that she was like evil.
In your
Someone
eyes,
can
maybe.
argue that she was evil because they broke up because of it.
Why?
Because she was like taking it's kind of like
She was a control freak.
she was kind of like taking over her husband, and her husband wasn't really paying attention. He was paying more attention to his wife than to the band.
That
Yeah.
sounds nice.
Well,
Not for
I
music
mean,
fans.
yeah, not for the band and for the fans. You have to have an equal balance there.
I think
That's why a lot of people say if your girlfriend or your wife is taking over your life, then they're saying, dude, she's pulling a Yoko Ono. Just stop it.
All right, well, I have a question for you guys,
Yoko
actually, because
Ono.
this is something that I heard the other day, and some people were saying that Jimi Hendrix is better than the Beatles. What do you guys think? Do you think
I
the Beatles
think
are better
so.
than Jimi Hendrix, or do you think Jimi Hendrix is better than the Beatles?
My personal opinion is that Jimi Hendrix is better.
Okay, what about you?
Purple
Lisa?
Haze. Sorry.
Yeah, I like him because he's African
So you guys
American.
think Jimi Hendrix?
I know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's an equal
It's
tie for
hard.
me because I honestly love like 60s music. I love like a lot of artists like Janis Joplin. Mr. P knows I'm really into it. So, and they're both really good. Like
Yeah.
I love both of their music. They're like, it's different, you know.
It's different. It's kind of like different styles.
Yeah, Jimi Hendrix is a psychedelic, more like psychedelic, and as opposed to the Beatles, where they're like solid rock more. So
Well, I thought they
Yeah.
were more rock and like kind of poppy.
yeah,
I like.
right.
I'm not that big of a fan of the Beatles. I'm more of like a Jimi Hendrix fan because I love his guitar work.
Yeah, he was
What about you,
one of the
Ailijah?
best.
Which one would you pick? Better than
Nas.
the other?
I like,
The-
yeah. I'll pick Nas. Okay, but I like Jimi Hendrix more.
Is there a reason behind it, or just because you like his?
No, I like his style. I never
Alright.
heard his songs,
I'm
but I
a-
like his style. And the Beatles were really nice, but they just put me to sleep. Like they put me in like a daze.
I think
I never even knew of the Beatles until I met Lizzett.
the beat.
She introduced me to the Beatles.
Let me
I just wanted to
talk.
tell you.
No.
I think I'm gonna be the one to say that I definitely think the Beatles are better than Jimi Hendrix.
Of course.
You're the minority in this one. Then.
What?
You're the minority in this.
Well, I
argument,
mean,
then.
They were.
No,
They
weren't.
yes, they were. I really don't care what anybody says. They definitely were. You could see that the amount of fans that they brought in. You could see like the passion that they had behind their music, and you could see, even though the Beatles obviously didn't last.
But I feel like
that's your
they-
prerogative.
What?
That's your
No,
prerogative.
hey,
Oh.
there you go.
But I
Big
feel like-
word there.
Jackie.
Yeah.
They
as
had
a
Nice.
T-word.
They had two different like
They
fan
had different
base.
fan bases.
Yeah, because I feel like the fans for the Beatles were more like
Young
like
girls.
young girls, and then
Yes.
as to Jimi Hendrix, where there were more
Obviously.
hippies and more like
Yeah.
know dope
Relaxed.
heads and stuff.
Yeah, which is-
basically,
A little weird, but
they're not weird. If I could,
Okay, if I was in a band, I would really rather a bunch of screaming girls come at me than a bunch of hippies that are high.
They're just going like,
hey, can I get your autograph?
No, it's
Yeah.
more of a feel. Like these girls just
No.
like them because of attraction. Like
oh
they're
my
just
God, I
attracted
love
to them.
Yeah, whereas to the hippies really listen to the
They
music.
really listen to
But
the
you-
music
but
and they
you-
feel it.
Okay, but how do you know that the
And
Beatles
I think
fans?
these young girls would not be attracted to
Okay,
you.
how did
Because
the?
they were cute. They were.
I'm
That's
not
why.
from the Beatles, you dummy.
And even if he was.
But
Well, like I feel like from the Beatles, it just seems more
Commercialized.
Kayleigh
too.
was on the
commercialized
Beatles.
and processed. But with Jimi Hendrix, it's more of like a raw kind of feeling of music.
Right.
Mm.
I honestly,
I don't know.
I always felt like I was born in the wrong generation. If I could
Belong in
pick,
slavery time.
no, that's
Oh,
you.
God.
And I feel like if I could have been a hippie and gone, like, did Woodstock and all that, I would have totally done it.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Time
if you want to
travel.
call in and let us know which one you prefer, our number is 201-854-8224.
Okay.
So call in.
Hold on.
Call
So,
in.
You guys see the fan base of the Beatles.
Yeah,
Can you get us the fan base of Jimi Hendrix?
they look my age.
Yeah. You see, they look like
They look
Alright,
high
well-
tech
screaming girls.
They're
students.
like a whole bunch of Anne Franks.
Oh my God!
Wow.
Wrong
you're
decade.
sick.
Wrong decade.
All right. Well, as Mr. DePiero is gonna look up some pictures,
Hippo?
we're gonna slowly but surely move on here. We're gonna go on to today's birthdays with Ailijah.
Something
I
more.
love how
No,
Freddie-
something
Yes.
more real. Something
Oh
more
my
real.
I love how
Oh,
Freddie
wait,
was
hold
Not
on.
commercial.
there. It's ridiculous.
We're just waiting
That
here
last
for
one
some
up there.
pictures.
Yeah.
Of some-
Yeah. You see, that's like.
All right, fantastic. Now we got a picture of a bunch of hippies. All right, so let's move on. Ailijah,
right,
please
well,
tell us today's birthdays.
Yes, today's April 10th. Happy birthday to Shay Mitchell, 26. She's the girl from Pretty Little Liars. Alex Pettyfer is 23. Mandy Moore is 29. Steven
She's
Seagal, yeah, is 61. Haley Joel Osment, which is the one that played in The Sixth Sense, my favorite movie.
Oh, that's
20. He turns 25 today. Wow. John Madden is 77. Charlie Hunman is 33. Omar Sharif is 81. Alessandra Ambrosio is, wow, she's hot, is 32.
The Victoria's Secret model.
I vouch for that.
AJ Mitchell,
Machaka.
whatever, is 22. Ryan Merriman is 30. Oh, he's such a cutie. Andrew Doss is 30. Jim Bowie, he dead, but happy birthday. Jamie Chung, she's so cute, is 30. Amanda,
Didn't we say that already? Machaka.
oh, whatever. Brian Setzer is 54. Kenneth Edmonds is 54. And Sabrina A. Parisi is 33. She looks like she's 59.
Fantastic. Happy birthday to all those people.
Is it
I
same?
can't
On
believe
the
Mandy
list,
Moore is 29. now.
What? What did you say?
What?
No, happy birthday to everybody on the list.
Yeah.
And we're going to move on here on the Morning Buzz with some prom news and some EDC party news from somebody called The Set.
Push it. Why can't you just
I
say
know,
prom?
always,
What is
always.
EDE? Like,
EDC
Okay,
actually.
who's EDE? I said
Oh, okay.
EDC.
Okay,
Hey,
so for
ADD.
You got
prom,
headphones on for a reason.
ADD.
Aaliyah
Oh.
mentioned yesterday a website called Fab Party Dresses. This website does not only have prom gowns, but they have homecoming and wedding dresses as well.
And there's sales.
And bridesmaid. And there is a sale. You can save up to 70% off. And there is 1 day left for that. The homecoming dresses are 50% off. And the prom is starting at $78. And for wedding dresses, they're 45% off. So you guys should go check that out. There's a lot of sales going on. They have some new arrivals. It's not only a prom dress website. They have a wide range of dresses for different events. So you guys should go check that out. And EDC is Electric Daisy Music Festival, and that is an outdoor carnival rave. If you guys don't know what a rave is, it's house music with lights and like flashing lights.
Where
and
is this located?
It's located in New York City. It's a 3-day event. It's something kind of like Woodstock, but a rave. So it's house music, it's techno, There's gonna be a lot of different artists singing and DJs playing, and it's pretty outrageous. It's something. It's like an experience that
when
everybody
is it?
should.
Is it today?
Are
It's
you gonna
May
be-
17th, May 18th. It's a 2-day event.
I'm going.
It's
Alright.
$300 a ticket.
Are you gonna be attending?
If I have a job by then, maybe I'll spend one of my
Why
paychecks.
don't you tell everybody what happened
Isn't
to your,
it outside?
to
Why do
your
you have
previous
to
job?
pay? And it ain't nobody
I quit.
business.
You quit your job?
Oh.
Yes,
So that means the money's not flowing in, right?
exactly.
Oh, nice.
How is that
What?
nice?
How's the DJing
hard.
going?
It's called sarcasm.
It's horrible though.
Person over
He's
there.
rude.
Very, I can see.
We're gonna move on with some random facts. There are 10 towns named Hollywood in the United States. Look at that, all copycats over there.
Wow.
Damn.
The United States produces enough plastic film annually to cover the entire state of Texas. Woo! Look at that.
That's a lot of
just-
plastic.
yeah, it is a lot of plastic. And that's our random fact for today, brought to you by WHITradio.org.
Oh.
And we're going to end the show with Kayleigh with some weather and an update.
Well, right now it is 62 degrees, slight wind, but for today the high is 78 degrees, but there is a chance of isolated thunderstorms. Today you can expect some sunshine with thunderstorm or two this afternoon. Winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour coming from the west.
Comes from
And
the west.
yes.
Sorry.
And
Club edition.
why isn't this loading? Tomorrow, because of the rain, you can expect the temperature to go down. The high is going to be 55 degrees. A few showers in the morning, and then overcast skies later in the day. Winds from the northeast to 5 to 10 miles per hour. It's not going to be
Fantastic. Is that the end of our weather update?
Yes, it is.
Well,
Have a nice
thank you.
day. Nice
Yeah.
day.
What? Have a nice what? Have
Oh
a
my
Nice day.
All
God.
right. Well, thanks everybody for
Have a
joining
nice
us here on the
day.
Morning Buzz. For Ailijah, Lizzett,
23? How
and
old is
Kayleigh,
she? 25.
and me, Brandon Barris. So long
Older than
from
him.
the Morning Buzz.
Thanks for the time.